That down, guys. You know, if you're watching Filthy Sports, we're going to have some heavy WNBA talk here.
Woo-hoo.
Well, honestly, if Caitlin Clark was still playing, we probably would. But I had to talk about this. I don't know if you guys saw this last night, but the WNBA, they've now finished their finals. The New York Liberty are the WNBA champions. First time in the franchise's history. They've won, and they beat out the Minnesota Lynx, who have won, I think, 4 or 5 titles, something like that. Mm-hmm. Anyway, a lot of titles. But the WNBA is a league, I should say, that is constantly doing stupid things, constantly mishandling situations, and constantly, even when good things start to happen, find ways to undermine the good things that are happening. And the final game of the WNBA finals was just another example of that. As the referees made an absolute mockery of the sport, when with 5.2 seconds left in the game, the Lynx are up by 2 points. They're about to win the title when Liberty's Brianna Stewart is in the key, goes for a shot. Lynx defender Alana Smith does exactly what they train you to do. Feet planted, arms straight up. And Stewart comes in, initiates incidental contact at best, goes up, her arms are not touched, nothing gets touched, and they called a foul on Alana Smith that was clearly not a foul. Clearly not a foul. They even reviewed it. This is where I start to smell something funny. When they review it and the world sees that's not a foul, and they upheld the call, gave the Liberty 2 shots. She makes them. The game goes to overtime now when the Lynx should have won, and then the Liberty pull it out in overtime. Now, you can fairly say, well, the Lynx should have been up by more than 2 then before the last 5 seconds. Fair enough. Pardon me. You can say, well, the Lynx then should have won in overtime. They should have outplayed them in overtime and won in overtime. And you'd be right to say so. But none of that changes the fact that with 5 seconds left in the game, the Lynx won. The Lynx won. Stewart missed her shot. She was not fouled. And the coach of the team, Cheryl Reeve, she did a post-game, honestly, I think legendary. Because she said right in the post-game, I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but the basic gist of it was, hey, I know all the media is going to be saying I'm making excuses. That's fine. Bring it on. They stole that shit from us. She straight up said, they stole this championship from us. If you're the WNBA, this is a very bad look for your whole league. A league that Caitlin Clark is finally starting to bring some legitimacy to your league and making bigger stars out of everybody in it. Somebody in the head office or something had to make a call and say, that's not a foul. Like, look, and I said to Ryan, I said to you, like before we started the show, I said, look, it's one thing if it's the second quarter of game 1 in the opening round, you want to make a ticky-tack call like that. It's whatever. This was 5 seconds remaining with the championship on the line. And you know what? Refs are like anybody else. They make mistakes, right? A guard can miss a shot, doesn't see the play right. Okay, fine. That's why you have review. And you can fix the mistakes. For that, Ryan, to have gone to review and they uphold the call with 5 seconds left with the championship on the line, I'm sorry. Yes, they still could have won it in overtime. Yes, they could have had a bigger lead. All that is true, but it was what it was. They had the lead when time was expiring. They should have won. They literally, look, and I'm not trying to take anything away from the Liberty. I'm not. Congratulations to them for winning a championship, I guess. but you didn't win. There should be an asterisk next to their name. They got beat, and the refs handed them the title. And I don't even have any invested interest in this. I don't care about the Lynx. I don't care about the Liberty. I don't care. I just know that as somebody who's just starting to get interested in the WNBA because of Caitlin Clark, I looked at that and thought, why should I watch this league? Like, seriously, I'm an outsider. I'm a normie. I'm one of those many people today who are just starting to get interested in the WNBA. And what they just did made me go, oh, why would I even watch it? Ray, it's like professional boxing. Remember when Manny Pacquiao was fighting that Irish dude a while ago, who then called out Mayweather afterwards?
Right. I think was it Jeff Horn? Are we talking
about? It might have been
like Australian guy, right?
Yeah, that Manny was beating his ass so bad that the ref even had to go to the guy's corner in between rounds and say, look, you better start doing something. I'm going to stop this fight because you're getting your ass handed to. And like, I saw that, and then they gave the decision, or the first Canelo Triple G fight.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, if this is how you're going to call boxing, why would I watch boxing? That's how I felt when I saw this. I'm like, WNBA, why would I watch your league? You're an amateur league. You're not what you would. If this was a person, you'd say that is not a serious person. This is not a serious league.
The replay is the thing that bugs. That they got to see it over. There's some sports where they don't even have that luxury, and they do admit they were wrong afterwards, which makes sense. But when you could see something, at least explain to the coach. The referee didn't even go up to the coach, did she, and try to explain why that she called it? Like, if there's at least that, because the coach obviously wasn't given an explanation if she's like going
well,
off.
Whatever the explanation, it would have been a bad one because the replay made it clear.
Right. So, I mean, at least the refs should have told their coach why they called that call. At least explain it.
Because she fouled her, but no, she didn't.
Yeah,
hey, I mean, it's just that simple.
I mean, and it happens in the NBA too. There's replays where it's like not a foul, and then they'll still call it a foul. Everyone jokes like.
But does it happen with 5 seconds left in the game 7 of the NBA
Finals?
No,
also like the way that most of the time at the end of a game, they solo their whistle. They let them play through it.
Yeah.
In this case, they didn't. But like you said, they went to the review. In fact, the review showed she traveled before she even got into the key. So they could have called that too, which is another thing with replays in NBA is they can only enforce certain things, even if the replay shows something different. Like, well, it's out of bounds off of him, but it's only because the guy hacked the crap out of him that he dropped it. It really should have been a foul, but they can't change it. If you're going to have review, you should just have the right call. Otherwise, why are we doing it? Also, the fact that it takes 5 minutes to review something that anyone with eyes can see in 20 seconds, and then they have to call to New York to get that call back to them. Which, like you're saying, something smells like what came back on the call. Like, did they actually say it was a foul, not a foul? It was not a foul. She went into her chest. She went straight up. There was no contact. She actually missed 2 free throws before that call earlier. So it could have been tied, and they actually could have won in overtime. It should have made her free throws. In fact, the foul calls, Liberty got 25 foul calls. Or free throws,
almost double.
Yeah,
more than double. I think
Linx
Lynx only got 8 calls.
Yeah, so 25-8. So you have that discrepancy. And then I know I didn't watch the whole game. I was watching the Dodger game. But in the last quarter, like Sabrina was 1 for 7 from 3. Breanna Stewart was low shooting percentage. So basically they're only in the game because of the foul calls. So and I know there goes, are they jump shooting team? Are they a paint team? So there's that. But to have the game 5, last game of this, come down to this call is horrible. It gives a bad impression, and now they're going on a work stoppage. They just canceled their CBA.
Ooh.
So after probably the biggest season ever ending in this way, now they're going to go into a work stoppage. So it's bad all around.
Again, listen, and I'm just saying, if somebody like me, the very definition of a casual, the very definition of a normie, the very definition of somebody who's just starting to get interested in your league, you have just taken away 50% of my interest. And if I'm feeling that, I'm not saying everybody else is feeling it, but there are others who are like, you are not a serious league. You are not a league to be taken seriously. This was a joke. And the NFL, the NBA, the NHL, MLB, like, again, refs make mistakes.
Yeah.
But once it goes to replay, anyway, guys, question is for you. What did you think about this whole fiasco? I think it's an incredible embarrassment on the league. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts.